This is Wyatt's little sister, Emerald. Is it really true that my older brother is getting married to a 35-year-old grandma?
It's about time you came and introduced yourself to me, Emerald. This is Wyatt's fiancé, Mia. Glad to finally be able to talk to you. I'm aware that we'll be able to see one another in person tomorrow, but I'd like to know why you're messaging me now.
The reason why I've taken time out of my day to talk to you is to let you know something in advance.
In advance? What do you have to say?
Do you really think you can marry my brother? You're an old hag, Mia.
Just 1 second. What is up with you calling me that? You and I have never even met one another in person yet, but you're already going to act this rude towards me?
I'm not being rude to you in any way. Wyatt is only 30 years old still. However, why is he choosing to marry some old 35-year-old grandma? That's pretty weird of you guys, if you ask me.
Our age at this point doesn't really seem to matter when it comes to us getting married. Both him and I don't really mind the 5-year gap at all. But are you telling me that because I'm 35 and he's only 30, that I should stop trying to get married to him?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Do you even know how old I am? I'm 25 years young. You are a whole 10 years older than me. I have no desire to call someone that old my sister in any way.
Don't tell me that you have some sort of strange relationship to your brother. I can understand you being a bit put off by our age gap, but it's not your choice to choose who your brother gets to marry. Are you upset to see that the brother you love so much is going to become even more happy with me? I'd have thought that if you loved him this much, you'd be just as happy to see him get married to the woman he loves. And don't feel as though you'll get left out, because I really want to become closer with you as a family. So I'd like it if you could stop calling me Grandma, or anything else along those lines, and refrain from doing anything strange.
This is all common sense for people these days. But what the hell do you think you're doing talking to me like that, Grammy? I bet you wish you were as young and beautiful as me. Now, listen to me. Your guy's marriage is over.
Yeah? That seems to be what only you want, right, Emerald? Us getting married or not is only up to myself and Wyatt. And we've chosen to go ahead with it and tie the knot. So, hearing you say things like that is a bit unsettling. Do you think you can stop saying things like that and work together with me to become friendly sisters?
There's nothing in it for me to become friends with you. It'd only be a waste of time because in no time my brother will be throwing you away.
If you have the time to sit on your phone and make horrible comments about your brother and I, then you must have the time to be out finding yourself a job, right? We're all worried about you. Your parents, your brother, everyone around you.
Huh? What is wrong with you? I'm not going easy on you now. My parents are not worried about me, you idiot. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen tomorrow. And you should too. You'll learn to regret saying things like that to me.
I never thought that you'd be so rash as to want to start a fight even before meeting in person. Well, I'll look forward to tomorrow like you've asked. If you have something you feel has to be said to me, then do it tomorrow when we can both see one another face to face.
You dunce! Now that your face is all gross, you think you can go home now? Get the hell out of here! And while you're on your way home, can you tell my brother goodbye forever and be finished with him?
Are you that deranged, Emerald? Are you even aware of what you just did to me?
I just made sure that you felt what I had been saying to you.
Felt what you've been saying? What are you saying? This was the first time in a while that I'd been able to see Wyatt's parents, and you came along and punched me right in the face because you're too attached to him. You just punched me! Are you unaware that that right there is a crime?
Well, now that you've been punched, you understand now, right? How I've been feeling and all that?
If anything, I've only become more confused now.
Me punching you in the face is my way of forgiving you for asking for my brother's hand in marriage.
What?
So now you can call it a crime or whatever you want from now on, but I'm going to become your family. And so you can't do a thing about me.
Understood. So that was your goal. Who the hell do you think you are, though? Punching me in the face is a way of forgiving me for wanting to marry your brother. Do you really think you have the right to tell me not to get the police involved now as well?
I'm going to become your sister-in-law now. So you can't touch me. Do you really want to get the police involved and have this family torn apart? I'm letting you have your wedding now to my brother, and you just want to throw that all away like an idiot.
You have no right acting so tough, like you get to control what goes on in your family.
I do. And that's why I punched you in the face. It was for the protection of my brother. A form of self-defense, right?
You might want to look in a dictionary one more time to make sure you understand what that term actually means, okay?
Well, I'm letting you marry him now, so you should be happy. I had my fun punching you in the face, and so now you are forgiven for taking my brother from me. You and I will become sisters soon, so you can't still think that calling the police on me will work, right?
I no longer have a little sister.
Huh? Is that you, Wyatt?
This was the last straw, Emerald. You really did it this time, laying your hands on my fiancé. Do you really think I'd let you get away with something to that degree? I no longer have the care to be around you anymore. I only care about those that look past violence and actually act their age when it comes to situations like these.
No, wait, Wyatt! What's gotten into you? Why are you being so mean to me right now? Did I do something wrong to you?
You really cannot see that laying your hands on a stranger is wrong? I think you have something seriously wrong with your head for not seeing a problem here. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. You're no longer my sister.
Wait, what do you mean I'm not your little sister now? I'm still your sister, aren't I? I'm your cute and forgivable little sister, right?
You're nothing to me now.
Huh?
You will never come around me or Mia again. And when it comes to our wedding, you're going to be blacklisted. I have had enough of your crap, Emerald. And I'll be talking with Mom and Dad more about what's happened.
Huh? Wyatt? Calm down a little. I don't understand what you're going on about right now.
I'm sure you don't understand what's going on right now, and that's the frickin' problem. But if you want to get a grasp of the situation, go take a lesson in Common Sense 101.
Wyatt? Oh, wait a second. What are you saying to me?
Right now, your brother is talking to his mom and dad.
Mia. What the hell was all that? Was that really my older brother talking to me?
It sure was.
Why would he say things to me like that? I don't believe for a second that my brother would ever speak to me in that kind of manner. There's just no way he'd be that way towards me. You were just trying to mess with me, right?
Yo, take a look around the situation you're in, you ding-dong.
Uh-huh.
I've had enough of you acting like a spoiled child. You just punched me in the face and are acting as though there was nothing wrong with it. You should know that doing that has broken the relationship you had with Wyatt. Because what you just done was nothing less than assault. Even if you say that that was your way of allowing me to marry your brother, I don't need your approval, Emerald. Him and I already chose that we are getting married. And that's the thing. Him and I are already married. We handed in our marriage forms already.
Huh? Is that so?
But I can understand you not even being able to realize that. I wanted to tell you before, but I knew you would never listen to me. So that's why you never knew about us.
You shouldn't have to say anything like that to me. Do you find it okay to make me feel bad about things?
I don't care about how you feel anymore! It seems Wyatt has finished talking with his parents. They are saying that they are cutting ties with you as well and that you will be kicked out of their house for what you've done.
Huh? I'm the one getting kicked out of their house. What are you going on about now?
Well, not only was Wyatt left speechless after what you did, but so were your parents. They are thinking that disowning you and sending you away is the only course of action now.
But that's not going to go well for me. I don't even have a job right now. What am I supposed to do if I get kicked out of their house?
You don't know what to do. You should know that by the age of 25. You get yourself off your butt and take care of yourself.
Even if that's what I'm supposed to do, that takes time. Right. Let's the two of us get close to one another now.
Yeah?
Sorry about that punch to your face just a bit ago. But that was just me hitting you in the head with my shoulder.
I beg to differ. I think I felt the full force of your fist to my left jaw.
It's over now, so just start being nice to me. We can just act as though that stuff never happened between us. Just call it a little accident that we had. We are going to become family from now on, and you and I can become close sisters.
Because of what you've done, I'm going to say no. You know dang well by now that you and I are not going to be able to become close to one another now.
Why not? What did I do that was so bad?
Really? You still have no clue what you've done wrong, Emerald. Because of what you've done, your older brother is cutting ties with you. And so you and I will never be seeing one another again. How about you take some time now to think about all that you've done?
I'm sorry. There, I apologize to you, so now things can go back to normal. You'll forgive me now, right? I was just a little upset that you were taking Wyatt away from me. But listen, I will not be able to make it on my own if he leaves me. So tell him to stop acting that way, and also tell me why my parents want to kick me out of their house. I can't believe that my parents would say something like that about me. They are my own family, so they're all being real jerks. Not only did you want to take my brother from me, but now you even plan to take my house away from me.
I'm not planning to take anything from you. You're just being kicked out of there is all. My marriage to Wyatt has already been decided on. However, you chose to let loose on me for nothing. And as for your parents wanting you out of that house, I have no say in it. That literally has nothing to do with me, right?
What do you mean it has nothing to do with you? Don't start acting like you don't care about what's happening to me.
Well, I'm sorry, Emerald, but I don't care what happens to you. Your whole situation that you've gotten into with your parents is between you and them now.
But the reason they want to kick me out of the house is because of you! If you would have never came around my brother from the start, I'd not have to be freaking out over anything.
Jeez. I guess there's no helping you then, is there? Well, let me ask you something. Do you think it's okay to punch a stranger?
That has nothing to do with me right now!
The thing is, it does have something to do with you right now. You can't just expect to punch someone and get away with it at your age. I'm going to make sure that you are handled by the law now. You'll be paying me a great amount for the damage you've inflicted on me.
What should I do? Mom looks like she's really pissed at me, and I'm not getting any replies from Wyatt anymore. Do you know why they're acting like that?
Perhaps. And this is just speculation on my part. But perhaps they are avoiding you? Well, I think they're all doing the right thing by avoiding you.
I can't be bothered with this. Go and do something about them.
There's nothing I can do to help you now. I think your only choice now is to shut up and prepare yourself. This has all happened because of your childish actions. And not only has it affected your relation to your family, but you'll have to talk to the police now too. And while that's happening, I ask that you stay away from Wyatt and I.
Talk with the police? Why do you have to have them come?
Why? Emerald, I know that you have less than a brain cell left in that ball of yours, but do you not even comprehend what violence is? What assault is?
Assault? I didn't do anything like that.
For crying out loud. It's because of your mental disabilities that you've made a huge problem out of literally nothing here. You're not allowed anywhere near us anymore, okay? Not even to our wedding.
Oh, right. If I come to the wedding, then I'll be able to see my brother again. My family will be there too, and I can get them all together and chat about what they've done to me. My parents are asking that I stay away from them right now. I'd never thought that they'd say such nonsense to me for no reason.
Emerald, I hate you. I just said for you to not come. You are blacklisted, meaning you come and security will walk you off the property. But hey, if you want to test those waters, then be my guest.
Mia, it's getting time that you let all of that go. Are you really supposed to be this upset with someone when you're 35 years old? I've already learned from my mistakes and just want to be happy sisters now.
I'm going to call the mental hospital after I'm done talking to the police for you. We are way past us becoming happy family, so don't even mention that to me. You had your chance to act like an adult, but that's long gone now.
I am acting like an adult right now. Stop trying to make me feel bad about myself. It's not like I wanted to end up this way in the start. So please, help a sister out. Let's you and I become great sisters. Let my brother know that you and I have made up.
Enough of that! I'm over talking with anymore. If you want to still talk to your brother about any of this, then you try calling him yourself. I am tired of listening you go on and on like a broken record. It's seriously not going to get you anywhere now. You have gone too far to take any steps back from, okay?
Why? You're going to throw me away?
Hell yeah! Now bye. I recommend not stepping an inch into our wedding, okay? We wouldn't want you taking any punches to that empty ball of yours now, would we?
After that, Emerald was kicked out of her parents' house for good. And with nowhere left to go, she went straight towards Mia and Wyatt's wedding, forcing herself into it. However, right when she was about to open the doors to the chapel, she took a huge hit to the side of her head by one of the security guards, as Mia already told them that Emerald was not allowed in and was wanted by the police. And just like that, the police came and got her while she was still unconscious on the floor. Of course, since her parents no longer viewed her as their child, when she arrived at the police station, there was nobody willing to come and get her. She was told that she would be arrested for assault, unless she decided to start acting like a good girl and go on probation. And as of this time, she hasn't made her choice. It's amazing how far she went to make sure that nobody would take her brother away from her. But at the age of 25, you really shouldn't have that kind of toxic attachment anymore. Whatever path she chooses next time, though, I'm sure it will not be her last time getting involved with the police. I personally think she'd be better off in a psych ward. But at least now there's a restraining order on her, so she'll never be in my surroundings again.
Hey, Kim. When are you and Mason planning on staying here till? I kind of want you guys to leave. Morgan, hi! I was just gonna ask you something. I might come home late tonight, so can you vacuum and clean the kitchen for me? Why me? You don't work, so why don't you do it? You're my servant, so come clean the house and then leave. Wait! I'm in the middle of something right now. OMG, I might win about $100. Are you gambling right now or something? Wow. I have no words. Hey, I can't cook or take a shower. Come home immediately. OMG, I can treat myself with something expensive tonight. Deciding between Kobe beef or sushi. Are you listening to me? I want you and Mason to leave. Nick is going to live with me after he comes back from his business trip. You two are a waste of space. Guess what? The guy next to me bought coffee for me. I think he wants me to split the cash that I won. Can you even listen properly? Ugh, you're such a low-level person. Call me high-level because I can live off with just money from gambling. People who gamble are the low levels of society. You are such a bad influence to my child. Can you leave? To your child? You didn't even give birth yet. Shut up. I came back to give birth, but it's going to be stressful if the two of you are here. I'll be there when you give birth. Plus, you'll be able to relax if I'm not at the house. OMG. Please just come home and clean the house. Wait. You wanted me to leave a minute ago, but you want me to come back now? Okay. You know what? I'm turning into an idiot. I can't believe Mason chose someone like you. Sorry. I'm gonna go grab a drink with the guy that bought me coffee, so I will come home late, okay? Wait. What? Are you serious? Yeah, it's a long story. Oh, I think Mason is going home soon, so if you have something to say, can you tell him? I have nothing to say. please pack your bags and leave the house with Mason. If we leave, can you send my stuff later? It's going to be a bother to carry, so... Sure. No problem. I might sell the valuable stuff you have, though. Thanks. I feel really bad for making you send the stuff to me, though, so... I don't want you to do that, so I'm deciding to stay. See? Your attitude is pissing me off. I don't want a dirty parasite like you two to live in my house, so I will kindly leave your stuff outside the house.
Do we need to leave the house? That's a problem, because it's going to take a while to find a new place.
Sorry, but Morgan will not shut up about it. When are you coming home? I want you to check on her.
I was playing with a wild boar in the woods, but I'll go home now.
Oh, communing with nature. How nice. Anyways, I can't leave yet, so can you check on her?
What are you doing, by the way?
I'm grabbing a drink with the guy that I got to know while gambling.
Gotcha. Then let's meet up at Kim's house tonight and spend the last night there.
Sure. See? Wasn't it easy to pack your bags since I left your stuff outside the house? Oh, what happened to the story of you sending my stuff? What? I did send it to you. From the house to the backyard. Thank God a parasite like the two of you left the house. Pretty sure my parents will be happy about this too. I did something good. Did ya? Let's see about that. What's with the attitude? I did do something good. Did you talk to your parents? No, but it was obvious that they wanted to kick you out. So, I was so glad because it'll be a curse to me to put someone who can't have a child in this house. So, bye. Kim? I keep getting calls about rent from the management company. What the hell? Did you do something? Oh, getting calls means that you're not paying the rent. Shut up! I know that. Why are we getting charged for the rent? It's our house. Yeah, it's frustrating, right? But they are doing their job, you know. I don't understand why I need to pay the rent. Morgan, you promised with the owner that you will pay the rent every month, right? Wait, rent? Oh, you didn't know? You didn't hear anything from Mason? Mason can't even have a decent conversation. Can't believe that he's my brother. So, you were paying the rent every month? Yeah, Mason and I were paying about $2,000 every month. It was so expensive. What? Wait, what should I do? I've been paying the rent from my account, but since I left the house, I told them that you'll pay from your account, so I put their info on the fridge for you. What I'm trying to say is, how the hell can I pay for it? Good luck with that. Mason, there is no way I can pay the rent, so can I borrow money?
Why don't you ask Mom and Dad?
I did, but they said they can't help because they spend too much money on gambling. I didn't hear anything about this. Did you know about it?
Oh, damn. There's a lot of people doing gambling around me.
Just answer my question.
Don't know. But isn't the weather nice today? How about doing the laundry?
Who cares about that?
Oh yeah. You have the dryer at home, right?
Okay, you know what? I'm wasting my time talking to you. You should change that about you.
I think I looked at the sun too much because I'm literally blind now.
Why don't you take me seriously for a minute? I'm your sister. Why didn't you tell me about the rent and about Mom and Dad?
Well, you are the one that kicked us out, so I think it's wrong to ask us when you need help. Also, about Mom and Dad, we were the ones that were paying rent and helping them, but what were you doing? You were living in the city partying every night, not even contacting us.
What?
Kim and I moved back to the house simply because it was cheaper, and it's been almost 10 years since I came back. So I wasn't hiding anything because you didn't contact us.
Oh, about that.
Such a beautiful day. I should go to the woods today.
Sorry, but whatever you say, it's a no for us. We bought a condo, so there is no way we are leaving here. Wait, I truly apologize from the bottom of my heart, so I want you guys to live with me again. It's the top floor of the condo. That's awesome, right? I wanted to live in a house surrounded by nature, but wanted to experience the live life also. Whatever. Hey, if you have money to live on the top floor of a condo, why not help me? I can't do that. The guy I met last month at gambling was a real estate related asset owner, and since I was his favorite, I was able to buy this place for a cheap price. What? Are you serious? Yup. You never know where you're going to get a connection. By the way, if you can't pay the rent, why don't you move somewhere else? I can't. I don't have any savings left. Well, how about Nick? He's your husband, right? I can't tell him that we need to pay rent. Also, I thought that we didn't need to pay the rent if we moved here, so we didn't save up any money. Wow. I feel bad for the kid to have parents like this. Anyway, work this out with him, okay? Bye. Wait, are you just going to leave me? I'm really sorry, so can you help me? There's no need to, so good luck with everything. Okay then. I will leave this house because there is no way I can pay rent. I have no choice but to run away. You shouldn't do that. Shut up. I can do whatever I want to. Wait. There's a wild boar in front of the house. Oh, I think that's the wild boar that Mason was friends with. Is it doing okay? I can't leave the house. It's staring at me. Don't you think it's a gift from God saying to not leave the house? Maybe so. I know that I need to get myself together. Oh, now you know? I didn't realize until you told me. You finally realize now how selfish you've been all your life? I can't run away from this, right? Wow! I can't believe that a wild boar can change one's mind. I'm going to talk to Nick about this, so wish me luck. You should do that. I'm so glad that you're regretting your life decisions. Hey, why don't you come live with us again? I was only thinking about myself and not you guys. Sorry, but can't do that because we will be a parasite to you and I'll be a curse to you. Morgan decided to stay at the house, but when she told Mike about the rent, they fought a few times, but he finally understood her and helped her pay for it and started looking for a new place. Mom and Dad were aware that they were just a waste of space and felt bad, so they both started working part-time. Morgan gave birth and is having a hard time raising a child while paying for the rent, so we started to help her financially. But I was thinking, why not live together? So we all helped each other while raising money, and believe it or not, we all started to live together in one house. It's all thanks to the man who I met while gambling. I didn't expect for this to happen. You never know what's going to happen in life.
This was finally the time for my parents to meet you in person, and they went ahead and did something so crazy to you? I'm sorry, George. I always knew that my dad was a bit of a jerk, but I never expected that he'd do something like he'd done today.
We should all be happy that he was only willing to talk to me like that today. I was thinking he might punch me or something with the way he was talking to me.
I didn't think he'd be so rude to you today, though, saying all those horrible things and asking questions like that. It's over now between you and him, right?
Well, yeah, it is. I'm sorry that he wasn't so happy with me. But I have to say, I understand where he's coming from after what he said. He doesn't want to lose his cute baby little girl to someone like me. I'm guessing that the thought of you becoming my wife has really been getting to him lately, and that's what led to something like this.
But you have to agree that what he did today was taking things way overboard, right? He asked you out of nowhere whether you'd done anything to me or not yet before our marriage. And when you tried to explain things to him after that, he didn't even listen to you at all. He might be my own dad, but I think I can't take any more being around him. I'm just tired of my dad being this kind of a person to people. He is living his life like it's still 100 years ago, asking and doing things like that. And I'm not even his little girl anymore, right? I'm 30 years old now.
No matter how old you get, you're always going to be his little girl, right? So there's no change in his mind on that one. I'll be alright, so you don't have to worry about what happened anymore. I'm sure that someday, things will become better between us.
I really hope so, but... Well, if my dad says anything else strange and out of line to you like that, then let me know. I already told him to never talk to you again like that, as it was totally unacceptable and embarrassing for me. But I don't think he even listened to that from me. He was so upset today that he probably won't even remember half of what he said to you.
Understood. If anything else happens between him and I, then I'll let you know. But you really don't have to get worked up over all of this, alright? I'll talk to you later, Maggie.
I am not interested in ever accepting you as part of my family.
Excuse me? Is that you, Richard? Well, thank you for meeting with me today.
Hey! I am not going to allow you to even talk to me with such relaxed talk, alright? Did I say that you could be thankful for meeting with my wife and I today in front of my daughter?
I'm sorry, but I just assumed it'd be right of me to say thanks for taking the time out of your day to come and see me for the first time.
You will talk to me as though I'm your superior. Call me Mr. Stevens, okay?
Understood, Mr. Stevens. But once I've become a part of the family, would you still like me calling you by your last name?
You think you're ever going to become a part of my family? I won't allow that to ever happen.
You can say that all you'd like. But Mrs. Stevens, I completely understand your worries over your daughter being married to someone like me. But her and I have been together for over 2 years now, and know one another very well. The whole reason we plan to get married now is because we are so serious and caring about one another. I plan on continuing to care for Maggie with all my love and strength, and will make sure she is protected at all times.
I do not want to even hear that kind of talk coming from you. You should have asked me 2 years ago for my permission to date her before coming this far. But you never did, and today you thought you could get away with asking for my permission to marry her? What were you thinking? You should have been more than aware that someone like me would say no to that.
So, is your reason for not being very fond of me due to the fact that I never came to you first years ago to ask for permission to date your daughter? I was never told by Maggie that I should have done that before taking her as my girlfriend, so my apologies. But, Mr. Stevens, will you please allow me to be your daughter's husband?
You're talking to me like that again. I will never allow that.
I'm sorry, but your daughter is extremely heartbroken right now. I would really like it that the two of us begin to make up a little bit, so that her heart doesn't have to continue being broken as it is now.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about, George? I'm the only one that needs to care about my daughter's heart and her needs. You are not allowed to even speak of her in such regard. I am not going to allow you to be her husband. So my answer is no. Now, take that answer and leave my family alone.
Even if that's your answer to us, her and I would really like to marry one another. What can I do to get you to be happy with our decision to marry?
I want you to cancel that wedding of yours and end your talks of marriage.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stevens, but I cannot do something like that. Maggie and I have been talking about this for months now, and we already have the whole wedding planned out. There is no way on God's green earth we're turning back now.
I see. Then I guess I'll have to take things into my own hands with you.
Excuse me?
If you think you can continue to defy me like a child, then I'll have to pull out all my tools to deal with you. It's going to be too late for you to regret all of this now.
I'm not really sure what you're trying to say to me right now. I really just wanted for the two of us to become close to one another and happy about Maggie's happiness.
Has what I've done made you understand what I meant now? I told you it's far too late to regret what you've been doing now. Now, you never come around me ever again. And the same goes for my daughter and wife.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Stevens? Why are you laughing about what's going on right now? You just came up to me and punched me in the face 3 times, back to back to back. Do you think your daughter's going to be happy with something like this?
Do you think I care what my daughter thinks of my actions? Me punching you in the face like that was all to please myself.
Huh? Pardon what I'm about to say, but you are completely insane.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have laid a finger on my daughter without asking me first. I had to punch you in such a succession in order to calm my anger towards you acting against me like that.
So you're saying this all wasn't even for the sake of your own daughter, but instead as a way to quell the anger you had for me?
Well, you could say that after taking 3 of my punches like that, I've forgiven you for laying a finger on my daughter. But now that I'm okay with you being with her, you are to never speak about what happened here, nor try and sue me for my actions.
Huh?
This is a strict order from me, and you are not to go against it. What did you even think you were doing hanging around my daughter all the time when you weren't even married to her yet?
Come on, Mr. Stevens. You could stop it with all the BS.
The only one here that needs to quit it with all their BS is you, young man. Do you really find it acceptable for you to be talking to me in that manner? Everything I've been doing is totally within my rights as her father, which includes me punching you. So tell me, what's wrong with that? I should have punched you before you gave this wedding, and maybe then you would have learned your lesson. But it doesn't matter now, as I am totally allowing your marriage with her now. You and I will be family now, so you cannot try to claim yourself as the victim of anything around me.
You do realize you've only made things worse, right?
Huh?
You are so frickin' insane that I don't even think I can stand having you as my father-in-law now. You have to see that what you've done today has completely pissed me off. I'm going to have the wedding cancelled so you can relax now. With how things have ended up here, I can't allow there to be a wedding between Maggie and I anymore. I'm not going to sit around and let you act like that towards me anymore, you ignorant human being.
You're going to have the wedding cancelled? Why are you saying such foolish things like that now? I have all my family here now, ready to see you make my daughter happy.
And so what? Who was the one that punched me in the face before saying that this wedding is so important to them and their family? You and your actions are the reason why this wedding is over with. I was just punched in the face by who I thought was my father-in-law. And yet you think I'd be willing to hold a wedding still, with my face covered in bruises and swelling now? I'm heading to the hospital right now.
Hold on a moment. You're going to the hospital? None of this should require you to be so overdramatic that you need to go to a hospital.
all of this was very dramatic, actually. Also, I'll be contacting the police about this, so good luck with all of them later.
What? You're going to the police about this as well now?
You punched me in the face 3 frickin' times, Mr. Stevens. Do you understand that something like that is not okay in the slightest? Were you perhaps never taught that when it comes to strangers, or even anyone for that matter, you are not to use violence?
You really plan on getting the police involved in this small matter? Hold your horses, you! That's all completely unnecessary, telling the police about this. You even told me before that we were both supposed to be family now, right? You think family members are supposed to be calling the police on one another over such small scuffles?
I told you just a second ago that you're not going to be my family anymore. So don't worry. The wedding is being cancelled anyway. So I will never have to worry about becoming a part of your family. I don't want to be a part of it anyway. And besides, I'm going to have to explain why the wedding is being cancelled to everyone here. And they can teach you later just how upset and disappointed they are in you. Maybe then, the embarrassment of all of that will teach you what you did wrong today.
You stop all of that right now! You are not allowed to cancel this wedding to Maggie. I will not allow it!
Who gives a crap what you allow? I want to ask you, did you really think that what you did to me would be acceptable with your family and friends? By the end of the day, the police will be here looking for you, and you'll have to be taken into custody for your actions. It might even become a part of the news later on, and the whole world will be aware of the monster you let yourself be.
Excuse me? If you do something like that to me, you'll be breaking Maggie's heart. You telling me that you don't want to be a part of my family, and saying you'll cancel the wedding are both terrible sins to commit.
And being punched in the face 3 times by my bride's father is one hell of a sin as well. I've already been talking with Maggie anyway about what to do with you after everything you did. And she's told me that she's speechless and no longer wants anything to do with you anymore. I think after today, we'll be removing you from our lives, and then have another wedding with you not invited.
Now you hold it right there. Did Maggie really say and agree to that?
That's right. You took things way too far this time, and now even your own daughter has had enough of you. Do you get it now?
You're talking about my baby girl, Maggie? All I did was give you a few small punches to the face. And you're going to start all of this? I was just doing what was right with me as her father.
Did you know that she's always been aware of you, acting like a complete fool, ever since she was a little girl? Well, unfortunately, this time, you've really done something she didn't like, and that was using violence as a way of trying to handle me.
Using violence? I only did that because you were laying your hands on my daughter.
What is wrong with someone dating another person before they are married? That's what everyone does, Richard. And it's not like we were just doing it just to have fun in bed with one another. We were dating because we loved each other a lot and wanted to be together forever. And we still do. But not a single person has any clue why you think us having a serious relationship before marriage is such a bad thing to you. Well, trying to talk to you about all of this probably won't get us anywhere. You've already taken things way past the two of us discussing your views by having you assaulted me. So, it's over. You could talk with the police about your views on my relationship with your daughter now.
There's no way I'll be doing that. What did I do that makes you think you could call the police on me? This should not be happening. I made sure to do all the right things to avoid having to deal with you about this anymore.
Well, you certainly did do something, but not the right thing. Not a single person here is happy with the way you handled your emotions. Not a single person.
What did you say?
You've embarrassed your own wife, and you've made your daughter very sad. When it comes to me, the groom, You assaulted me and left my face looking like the doormat on a rainy day. I will not allow you to get away with what you've done today. This is all way too out of line for the average person, and I'm going to make sure something is done about you so that no one else is harmed.
What do you mean, out of line? I did all of this because you were acting out of line.
Is that so? Well, that's all the more reason why I think something is seriously wrong with your head. To the average person, what you've done is not acceptable, and is also illegal. I don't think saying anything more to you about this is going to do you any good. Just enjoy your chat with the police, and maybe they'll be able to open your eyes a little.
You want me to talk with them? Are you really planning on having them come after me and arrest me?
Of course I am. I'm already at the hospital now, and the doctor is about to examine my face and head to see if you concussed me at all.
What? You're already there. And you really plan to take things this far overboard?
I told you this isn't taking things overboard, because you already put us in the water. You really did something terrible today, Richard. I've already told the doctor to bring the police in, so that I can explain to them what happened today.
You really don't have to do something like that. You'll only be making things worse for Maggie if you have me arrested. She'll be made even more sad, right?
And that's why I already spoke to her about what to do with you.
Huh? Well then, what did she say about me?
She said that you've done something horribly wrong, and that you need to be held responsible for it and face your punishment. She has a dad like you, but thank God your mom was around to raise her into an individual with some common sense.
So you're telling me this was all her idea? She wants for me to be taken into custody and everything too?
Think about this with a level head, you idiot. You punched me in the face 3 frickin' times. The doctor has said that my nose looks badly broken, and that I'll need a quick x-ray of it.
Huh? That bad, huh? Did one of my punches even hit you in the nose? Are you sure that's not from something else?
What other explanation could there be for a dang broken nose? You're the one that did this to me. You literally broke my frickin' nose, and you're just gonna sit there claiming I'm the one being overdramatic? Maybe I am, but at least it's warranted coming from me in my condition. You think that I'm not going to get the police involved because you're supposed to be my father-in-law? Unbelievable.
Can you just settle down a bit first, George? I think I just happened to be a little confused was all. You just happened to give off the appearance of some loser that wanted to take advantage of me and my family. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to break your nose or anything like that. Maybe my punches were just a bit too strong. Or perhaps you just need to be drinking more milk.
You're too late now, Richard.
I'm sorry about what I did. So take that as you may. I promise I won't say anything more to you. So once you get that nose fixed up, come on back to the wedding and let's get this show on the road. How does that sound? I want to see you marrying my daughter today. Right now, both my wife and daughter seem a little weird about me, so I don't want them to get the wrong idea. If so, things will only get crazier in my family, right? And it won't just be my family, but you as well that'll have to deal with it, right?
Your family isn't going to become crazy because of this. Rather, they'll just be getting rid of the one person who has no common sense.
What?
If you really happen to care about your family, then you would have been fixing that behavior of yours a long time ago. But you are just a selfish old man who says that punching me was all to quell his anger. You really messed up this time, Richard. I really pray that you learn a thing or two from this after today.
I've already learned a whole lot right now, so you don't need to worry about me. I want to build a very strong father and son relationship with you. Please take care of Maggie for me. So please don't call the police, alright?
I've already spoken with them. and they're all on their way right now to come and get you.
You're lying, right?
I'm not going to be coming back there today, so you can talk with them about what'll happen to you next. I'm also expecting that you won't be allowed to see me anymore after today. Nor will you be seeing Maggie anymore either. But don't worry, as I'll take great care of her. Now you just settle down, and let the justice system take care of that bad behavior of yours. In the end, the police arrived at the wedding, and were able to arrest Richard right then and there. And after that, he was taken into the police station for questioning, while other officers stayed around the event to question some of the bystanders. But this didn't all stay quiet for long, as news of it started to appear on the news. The company he works for also found out about what he'd done, and it became a huge issue there. And as for his wife, she's in the middle of getting a divorce from him. Richard has just lost pretty much everything to him, from his family to his work, so this would be the perfect time for him to rethink his way of life, while in that cold jail cell. I was able to finally get rid of that monster once and for all with the help of Maggie. And a little while later, we were able to get married and have the most amazing wedding. And as of right now, the two of us are enjoying our loving life together as husband and wife. The only thing that had been getting in the way of such a life was that old violent man who only cared about himself.
Hey, I'm assuming you have all the materials ready for tomorrow's meeting, right? If by the time I get in tomorrow you don't have everything for me, I'll kick you out of here. Do you understand me?
What? But isn't all the materials for tomorrow's meeting meant to be handled by you, Mason? That is not my job. I don't even have any information myself on what's going on in that meeting, so perhaps I'm not the man for that job.
What are you saying? You're the newest employee at this company, right? That means you have to do it all for me, and I shouldn't even have to be saying this right now. If you can't do that work for me, then you're gonna be out of this job before you even make it a year.
But this isn't about me being a fresh employee to this company. I just looked over it once more, but you are the department manager, aren't you, Mason? Are you not aware of that? That means you have to be the one to prepare everything for the meeting tomorrow, which involves you personally.
Don't tell me that you haven't handed everything out yet. What do you think you're doing? You were supposed to hand everyone those files today at the beginning of the day.
What?
You waste of time. Ugh. I'm not the one in charge of preparing for that meeting, by the way. That is the job of the newest employee, and that's you. Why are you not able to understand your own job here? If you just think a little, you'd get that all of that work isn't for me to do.
Well, even if you think it's my job, if you're handing it off to me, then none of that work will be done. I have my own tasks that need to be done today, and they don't include that kind of work. I'm not even aware of what all you plan to talk about in that meeting tomorrow, and it's getting late.
Don't tell me that you're worse than a new hire. You're supposed to already know what your boss wants you to do and shouldn't have to say a word to me before you come saying that the work has been completed.
I'm not able to telepathically know all that you want me to get done here. And I have work of my own to tend to as it is, like I said. And I also know that you have work sitting on your desk that needs to get done. So if you're trying to push that work off onto me, I'll have to do something about you.
If you can't do my work for me, then you're as good as fired.
What? Fired? Mason, although you are a department manager within this company, you do not have the ability to fire anyone that's below you. You have to file a report to HR and have them bring it to the CEO to be dealt with.
Do you even know how many people I've already fired while in this position? I've never once gotten HR involved while doing it either. I just tell them to grab their things and leave my site, and boom, they're gone forever. So don't even dare tell me that I can't do it to you as well. Those that do not do as I've told them are bound to be fired by me. If you understand that, then get to it and finish my work so that I don't look like an idiot tomorrow.
Well, for the time being, I'll work on getting everything ready for the meeting tomorrow, but after this, if you need my help with anything, please come to me directly and ask.
Now that I think of you, you're working on getting a welcoming party together, right?
Yeah, I was asked to work on setting it up.
I can't believe they want a welcoming party for someone that's only been here 6 months. If you really have time to be putting together a party, then you have time to get more work done for me.
Well, I'm not putting together the party because I want to, though. I was asked to do it, so I'm working on it as part of my job. I was told it will help the rest of the company to get to know me a bit more personally, and so here we are.
Well, either way, it'll be a huge waste.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Whatever place you choose to reserve for the party, I doubt anyone will be coming. You're the most worthless employee within this company in its whole history, after all.
Worthless? And what makes you think you have the ability to judge one's worth within this company? Have you already forgotten that I'm the one doing your job for you by preparing this material for the meeting?
You're not being asked to get all those materials ready. You're doing all of that on your own.
But I was just asked by you to have all of this material ready by tomorrow. And if this isn't completed by the meeting, then a lot of people will be affected. I don't understand what you are going on about, but I want to focus on my work right now, so I'll be going.
I know that you're worthless and don't mind slacking off on company time, but at least get the basics taken care of. Even if that requires you to stay late, you get it all done.
I get it. Now, I have to focus, so goodbye.
We're not coming to that restaurant today, bud.
What? What are you talking about, Mason?
We're all gonna have our own party over here. Go ahead and cancel the party you had planned for all 60 of us, please.
What the heck are you talking about, though? You're asking me to cancel the reservation on the day of the party?
Well, that's because you're a worthless employee. None of us within this company want to go there with you to drink and chat.
And which of the employees have been saying that? I believe that it's only you that doesn't want to be here today. And you seem to be the only one that thinks of me as worthless and worth your time talking down to.
The only person that thinks people wouldn't say that about himself would be someone as stupid as you are.
Is that what you think, then? Am I really that worthless and stupid to you?
You're beyond helping, and keeping a worthless employee like you within this company is a pain for your boss. Can you see now that I don't like having to lead you? Well, you worthless new hire can just sit there drowning yourself in alcohol.
So you really do enjoy talking down to me like that, then, huh?
Well, nobody else is coming to that place you've reserved to have a drink with you. I'm having everyone come with me, and we'll go to another restaurant to drink. You go ahead and cover the cost of that place for us.
I see. Then you are fired.
Huh?
Having to listen to any more of this out of you is going to give me a migraine. I don't think there is any more reason for me to talk with you, so you're going to be let go.
What are you saying? You're my subordinate, right? There's no way you'd be able to get your boss fired when you're beneath me. I guess it's true that you are as stupid as everyone said.
I've only just become the vice president of this company, Mason. Did you know that?
Huh?
Today's party is supposed to be in celebration of that, but you should already know who I am, right? Just today I started to do my job as the vice president, and yesterday was my final day in my last position. And so from today forward, I am no longer considered to be working underneath you. And actually, no one will ever be allowed to work underneath you ever again with this company.
What are you going on about, man? The vice president?
I can see that this whole time you just assumed I was some new hire that came into this company to take the place of the last guy you fired from your department. But I have come from overseas to be in this company.
Huh?
Half a year ago, it was decided that I would be taking on the position as the vice president of this company. And that's the reason I'd always be gone from my office and in meetings with other managers of the company. And you saw that I was speaking with a lot of the other managers within this office, right?
You're lying. I never heard a thing about you becoming the VP.
But as a manager yourself, you should have been hearing all about this from upper management, right? Well, from what I've been able to tell, nobody else within this company really tolerates you enough to come talk to you. And I'm sure that you wouldn't have been listening to anything they said to you anyway. Even if you did get emails from the company about me, you would have never opened them. I'm sure had you actually read the news and paid any attention to your workplace, you would have never spoken to me like you have so far, right?
Hold on a second for me. Are you being serious? Justin, are you really the vice president now?
Well, if you'd have come to the welcoming party today, you would have been informed of that again. But since you went to another location and tried making a party of your own, you never realized that. Be aware that I wouldn't have anything to gain by lying to you about this, Mason. This is all the truth. All of it.
So you're the vice president. I'm so very sorry for the very rude attitude I had towards you just then, but I had no clue of this, so nothing I said was meant to be harmful. Can we both just agree to forget about all of this? Can you just forget about how rude I've been to you? I had no reason to believe that you'd become the new vice president of the company. If I had known, I would have never been as harsh about you and would have done everything I could to support you.
And so what, Mason?
Huh?
I can already see how you behave in the workplace, as well as the bad influence you give off to others in the office building. So, you are fired. And that's final. You are far too rude with how you handled me.
Huh? You really want me fired? And you do it that easily? Can you please calm down for one moment? Open your eyes for 1 second. I'm a department manager here, and I'm a lot older and wiser than you are, Justin. If you think you can just fire me without thinking of the consequences, then you're not fit to be the vice president.
Of course this won't be easy for me, but because of the way you have acted thus far, there is no better chance to get rid of you than now. I can tell that if you're not taken care of, you'll continue to harm new hires, just as you always have. And then under the misunderstanding that you have the right to fire others when you please, you force the new hires to do your work for you. You've really made it clear to me that you're not worth the salary you earn. I've already gathered enough evidence of your harassment of subordinates, and so once I've brought this up with the others in upper management, you'll be in grave danger. And so that's why I'm helping you go through all that trouble by having you fired right now.
Fired? Are you seriously going to say that to me? You had just been working under me the last 6 months. Do you think it's okay to say that to me now?
And I was only your subordinate for a little while as they prepared me to take the seat as the vice president. And during that time, I saw just how horrible of a person you are. I don't have all the details on the damage you've already caused to the company, but it ends right here. You understand that always having to hire new employees to fill the position of those you fired costs us a lot of money, right?
I do understand that, but this company doesn't have the money to hold on to worthless employees, right?
That's exactly right.
Right? And so I was doing my job and taking care of all those worthless idiots. I haven't done anything besides that.
And just as you've said, Mason, I'll ask that you leave your position as well.
Huh?
You said this company doesn't have the money to waste on worthless idiots, right? So I'm asking that the most worthless and idiotic employee leave this company right now.
Wait, what do you mean, worthless? Are you talking about me?
All you did was force those below you to do your work as you sat at your desk on the phone or on YouTube. And when asked to go on business trips, you'd use the company's card to pay for all the fun you had away from work. You also never ended up finishing the materials that were due for that meeting. For the past 6 months, I've been able to see firsthand just how much you slack off and waste the company's time. I literally sat there with my desk next to you as you would do all these things, so there's no playing dumb now, Mason.
You're wrong! That's not at all what's been happening. What you had seen me do wasn't the norm for me. I never did any of those things to harm this company.
Whether you had the intent of harm or not, it no longer matters at this point. After this, I will no longer allow you to waste this company's time and money. So I'll say this one more time for you. You are fired.
Wait, that's impossible!
Seems that you're having a hard time hearing from me that you're being fired, but right now you should be concerned about the restaurant you reserved.
Huh? Now that you mention it, nobody has shown up yet. Do you know why nobody has come to the party yet? Is everyone still working or something? Your welcoming party was canceled, right?
Everyone from the office is here with me right now.
With you? What?
What I'm saying is that everyone came to celebrate with me at the party I was asked to put together. Hence why nobody came to your party. Perhaps they don't want to be there because nobody cares about you? Of course, some of them asked me why they were called and told to go to that place, but I just told them that that was incorrect and to still come to this restaurant.
What? How did you...
Well, while you were supposed to be doing your work, or should I say, well, slacking off, I was talking to everyone else about the correct plans.
Why would everyone listen to you, though, instead of me?
Perhaps that's because I'm the vice president and I made these plans. So no matter how you think of yourself, they were going to trust me. Especially when they all said they didn't want to go with you. But you did this to yourself in an attempt to humiliate me. Don't try and drag other workers down with you just because you're too stupid to do your own job.
But having to cancel the day of is going to be too difficult.
But that's what you wanted to happen with me, right?
What's the cancellation fee going to be like? Do I have to be the one to pay it off?
Of course. You were the one that made yourself make the reservation there, so you'll have to pay for it. We're all here now having a great time, so you don't have to worry about coming and joining us. And since you're fired anyway, you can't come.
Don't say that about me. All of the other managers are there right now, right? Then I'll get my things and be there as soon as possible. I want to be there.
Not only are all the managers here, but so is the CEO.
Huh? The CEO came too? I seriously never thought you'd be able to get the CEO to come to that party. If I'm not able to show up, things will be bad for me.
I don't think that the CEO is okay with you joining us tonight, though. I just told you that you're fired, so it's really alright that you don't show up here at all. I know that even though you were a manager for a long time, they're forcing all your work onto me, but this all should make your position in our company a whole lot clearer, right? Now, you go and take some time to enjoy yourself there with the reservation you made. The worthless manager can sit by himself and enjoy a drink. Mason started to lose himself for a bit and tried to get into the restaurant that I had reserved for the party. But that involved him running away from the place he reserved for 60 people without paying, and so the manager of the restaurant called the police and he was taken into custody by the police. Once in their care, he was brought back to the store he ran from and was forced to pay up, or else the store would be taking legal action against him. Of course, this was not what he wanted, and so he began to scream and cuss before he finally pulled out his credit card and handed it to the manager. What I soon realized after talking with upper management was that they were on track to having him fired already, but me letting loose on him today finished the process. So the next day, when Mason tried coming into the office, he was told that he really had been fired and to leave before the police had to be called again on him. At that point, he truly did realize that I was the vice president and left without ever being seen again. The lady at the front desk did tell me about what had happened when turning him away, and said that his suit was a mess and that he smelled like alcohol when he tried getting in. He may have thought he was doing the company a favor by firing all those new hires he didn't deem fit, and perhaps that's why he assumed he'd never be fired. But after what had happened to him now, I'd like to say this was a hard pill to swallow. I did the right thing firing him before letting him cause any more trouble to the company, and I hope that he's aware that people will not tolerate that kind of horrible attitude in the workplace, no matter if you're a manager or not.
Wow, this is unbelievable. Helena, you're 10 years older than Derek? That makes you 1 year older than me. Do you know how insane that is? Good evening, Roxana. What exactly are you trying to get at here? What's so insane? I don't understand what you're talking about. What do you mean? How could you not get it when it's so plain to see? This big age gap is just really bad, you know? There's almost a 10-year difference between you and your younger brother. Doesn't that make you really ancient and almost too old to be his sister? And don't you think that's weird? How could you be almost like a motherly figure to him? It's kind of gross. What are you saying is gross, Roxana? Have you ever met a person who's had a child at 10 years old? That would be impossible, so don't make such weird accusations. How can that be impossible? Having a 10-year age gap is pretty wild to me. You literally could almost be a mother. You're definitely a much more older sister than a typical sibling. Well, I very much disagree with that, but whatever you say, Roxana. Is there something else you really want to say to me? Well, because you're so old-fashioned and just an old hag in general, I don't see how we could possibly get along. Actually, I don't feel like being friendly to you. Excuse me? What did you just call me? There is hardly a huge difference in age, but you think you can just call me an old hag? Do you seriously not think there's too much of an age difference between you and Derek? Are you blind or something? You've already got gray hairs popping up on your head. We've also got a decent age gap between us, so I really don't think we're going to have anything in common. Why would you go out of your way to tell me this? What are you going to gain from making me feel bad, Roxana? I don't get what you're trying to do to me here. Whatever it is, it's not going to work. Why would you turn around and say things like that? Well, I guess that's where our big age difference comes in, since I'm clearly more mature than you are. You know, I was really looking forward to meeting my fiancé's sister and to see how well we'd get along with each other. When I met you for the first time, you were way older than I was expecting, and I was really disappointed in that. It's creepy how you're so much older than Derek. Okay, Roxana, you really need to watch what you say to me, all right? How do you think it feels to the other person when you say such nasty comments? Don't you realize how much nasty comments like that hurt people? Maybe you're just one of those people who finds it funny to diss others. Fine, I'm just going to make this plain and simple. Would you just stop hanging out with Derek? It would make things a lot easier for me. Since you're so much older, I already know that you're going to cause a lot of trouble for me in the future. You're just so annoying to deal with. I think it would be better to end the relationship with your brother as soon as possible. That would be great. What is this nonsense you're talking about? Why are you acting like this? What did I do to you that makes you hate me so much? Are you seriously asking me to cut ties with my younger brother? You don't want me talking to Derek anymore, is that it? Well, if you put it that way, yes. I don't want you anywhere near me, so that means you need to stay away from Derek as well. We're about to get married really soon, so it's better to keep the area around me clear of annoying and pushy people, okay? I don't understand what any of this means at all. I'm not even remotely pushy or annoying. Have you forgotten how much help I've given you? Don't you remember that I helped you get a job? Actually, come to think of it, I think Derek told me that you pulled a few strings for me so that I could get the job I wanted. But that has nothing to do with what we're discussing right now. I suppose I'm grateful for that since I received a job offer. But as of today, I no longer need your cooperation anymore. It would be better if you just cut ties with Derek so the situation doesn't get messy. If you don't want to embarrass yourself at my wedding by showing up after someone cut you off, then maybe don't bother coming. What? Why would it be embarrassing if I were to go to the wedding? That makes no sense, Roxana. I've got no idea what you're trying to pull here, but it's not going to work. You can't just shove me out of my brother's life that easily. If you'll excuse me, I'm not going to listen to this shamble of a conversation any longer. You need to take responsibility for the horrible things you've said. That's true, but I don't want you around, so I needed to let you know somehow. Just to leave my fiancé alone and nothing bad will happen to you. Are you kidding me, Roxana? You're not going to do this to my family. There is no way you're getting away with this. I don't think it's a good idea to carry on this conversation anymore. I'm done for now. If you'll excuse me, I've got some things to do. Derek, I need to ask you something. Does Roxana have some sort of grudge against me? She's being so rude towards me.
Wait, what? Where did that come from, sis? I don't think she's got a grudge. Do you think she does? I was expecting her to be more grateful, especially because of what you've done for her. Thanks to you, she's able to be a full-time employee.
Well, I thought she really appreciated what I did for her, but that doesn't seem to be the case when she messaged me.
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Helena. What did she say to you?
Look, I don't want to go into too much detail about what she said, but she doesn't like that I'm 10 years older than you.
Well, I guess she was surprised to know that you were 10 years older than me, but I don't get why she makes that her business. It's not something that we can change now. We're adults, for goodness sake.
Yes, I get that, but she was also telling me not to come to the wedding. Is it still okay for me to attend the wedding or not?
Helena, what are you talking about? Of course you're allowed to come to the wedding. You're a part of my family, remember? It's only right for you to be there.
But then I've got to go back to work because I've got quite a few things to do. I can only show my face for just a little bit and then I've got to go.
Well, we can't help that your job's keeping you super busy. Also, please don't worry about what Roxana said. She's got no idea what she's talking about. There are times when I can't keep up with her because she's so moody a lot of the time. But maybe it's best to just go with the flow when it comes to her.
Oh, really? Well, if you say so, Derek. I just don't want anything bad to happen to this family. I suppose you take it easy too. Don't stress yourself out, okay? Okay, well, I better get going, but I really look forward to the wedding ceremony. I'm sure it'll be lots of fun. Well, I can't believe my wedding day's finally here. I am so excited. But, oh my god, you haven't come to watch. Roxana, you contacted me yesterday about the venue being changed to somewhere else, but was that all a lie? No matter how you interpret what's going on, it doesn't seem like a wedding is going to take place. Huh? What are you on about, Helena? You know I'd never intentionally lie to you, right? It's not my fault you don't believe what I say. Did you do all of this just because you hate that I'm 10 years older than my brother? Do you not know how insane that is? Are you trying to change the venue on me so that you'd make me miss my own brother's wedding? Huh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember saying anything like that to you. Why would I send you to the wrong place? Don't you think that you're just being an idiot who's got no idea where they're going? Because you're such an old hag, maybe you just forgot all the wedding details. Okay, that's it. I have had it up to here with your distasteful jokes. They're not even remotely funny. You've gone too far this time. You laugh at me as if I'm such an idiot who has no idea how you treat me. You're going to regret what you've said and did to me a lot from now on. You know, I really don't think I will, my dear sister-in-law. It's so weird that I can call you that, the old hag sister-in-law. You know that you really can't blame me for you being a forgetful old hag. You should really get tested for dementia or something. I guess that's just what happens when you start to age quickly. You should do some daily brain exercises. Okay, I am so over this. You need to cut this crap out, Roxana. I am beyond the point of actually being nice to you now. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm scared of my old and wrinkly sister-in-law. Who's the one who forgot our wedding ceremony today, huh? You forgetting things is just going to cause so much trouble for people because you're so old and act like a grandma. Don't you think you've forgotten something, Roxana? Did you forget that you were supposed to go to your office today? Huh? What are you talking about? Why would I need to go to the office today when I'm having my wedding ceremony? You've been saying things like this for a while now, and it's getting really annoying. Do you really think I'd forget my own brother's wedding day? There's no way I'd forget my plans when I write everything down so I have constant reminders. I couldn't go because you ended up lying to me about where the wedding venue actually was, but you actually forgot about your job orientation today, didn't you? My job orientation? What on earth are you talking about? I haven't got a clue what you're on about. Stop making things up. Wow, the color from your face must be washing away right now. Did you seriously not know? The company that you work for is actually the company that I'm an executive of. How else do you think you landed the job, huh? I promised to let you know about it at the wedding, but you know things happen, so I couldn't remind you. There's really nothing you can do if you're the one who's forgotten to go to your orientation today. Now, just hold on a minute. What is this all about? Are you seriously an executive? Is there really a job orientation for this position I got? I thought that you talked this out with my brother. Did you let it slip your mind or something, Roxana? Was it not mentioned during your interview the other day or the briefing you had over the phone? Are you kidding me right now? The orientation is supposed to be happening today? Are you being serious right now? Do I really have to repeat myself with you? Isn't that what I just said like several times? If you actually checked your schedule properly, then you'd know that it was scheduled for today. I was expecting better from you. It was surely recorded onto the documents that you'd received when you got the job the other day. Is it not written down? Oh, right. Yeah, I've just checked my files and yeah, it looks like the job orientation was scheduled for today. I don't believe this. This is really bad. Why didn't you say something since it's my wedding day? This isn't the orientation that everyone attends, is it? Of course it is. All members of the company are supposed to attend a job orientation on their first day. It's your first day of work. You're not skipping your first day of work, are you, Roxana? You know that's not a good look, right? I'm not skipping work at all. You know full well that it's my wedding day and that it's been scheduled way in advance. I had no idea it would clash. In that case, you should have submitted a notification of your absence in advance. There would have been no problems otherwise. I was also wondering if you would even be able to do the submission correctly, but I suppose you didn't. I thought that you purposefully covered up having to do this so you could do the ceremony with no issues. I wasn't even thinking of doing that at all. I didn't even realize that this orientation was a compulsory thing. No, I think that you just forgot that it was happening and are just trying to cover your tracks. It says it's compulsory. Look, I need to know one thing. Is it true that you're a company executive, Helena? It's my first time hearing this information. I just heard from Derek that he thought I might be able to get a job because you had a connection in high places. Well, I wasn't going to tell you, and it's kind of on you for not asking more details about me. You know that this hasn't got anything to do with me or the company that I work for. I'm just an executive, and I'm Derek's sister, plain and simple. I guess you somehow managed to force your way into the company that I just so happen to work for. You really should do more research. I didn't know that you were in such a high-paying position in the company. If you are, you need to tell me things a little earlier. You know that's interfering with my job, and I can't allow that to happen. If you don't come to the orientation, you can't join the company. You said you wanted to become a full-time employee because you wanted to get all the welfare benefits that we offer. But I'll be honest with you now, my company no longer allows people to do that. Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean your company doesn't allow employees access to welfare benefits? I'm telling you now that since you've not shown up for your orientation, there's no way this company can hire you ever again. Please go and find another job that you can apply for. I'm sure there are other options out there for you, Roxana. Now, just wait a moment, okay? But I thought I was given the job offer by the company you work for. You're not really canceling my job contract just because I forgot to show up to my job orientation. Surely you can make an exception, right? The job orientation day is also the day that you're supposed to start work, and that was explicitly told to you, Roxana. We're not going to hire someone if they're not going to show up to work on the first day. Did you really think you could play me for a fool today? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I'm not playing with you, Helena. I didn't know what was really going on, and it's my wedding day. I've been so busy getting ready. It means nothing. You just didn't read the terms and conditions properly like you were supposed to. Nothing is sinking into you, is it? You know you've said the most cruel things to me, right? You hated me because I'm 10 years older than Derek. You know that's a really stupid reason to hate someone for, right? Then you go and lie about where your wedding venue was because you didn't want me to show up. What are you, jealous of me or something? No, come on, Helena. You take things way too seriously. It was all just a silly joke, okay? There were no bad intentions on my part. I honestly thought it would be okay if you didn't show up to the wedding since you're always so busy and stuff like that. And you've got no right to make decisions for me and to treat me like you've been over the last few weeks. You lied right to my face, plus you deceived me. I guess you might have a point when it comes to me telling you wedding venues change. I just didn't want to think that you'd actually try and show up. I don't want to hear any more of your excuses. I am very much over this game you're playing, Roxana. I showed up to the wedding earlier so that I'd be on time for the job orientation at the company. It's very easy to maneuver things around. I was planning to say congratulations and then leave to go to work. Because of you, I couldn't even see my brother, so I just wasted my time and energy. I'm not going to hire someone who'd lie and deceive people like me the way you've done to me. Are you kidding me right now, Helena? You're really not going to hire me because I accidentally sent you the wrong venue? I thought that I landed the job offer no matter what happened. I wouldn't have bothered with trying to get the job if you were just straight with me. You know what? Just change the date of the orientation so that I can attend and still keep the job. Then everyone wins, right? What did you just say? You want to go and reschedule everything just because it doesn't fit your schedule? Are you kidding me? Look, Helena, this is my wedding day, for goodness sake. I'm supposed to be walking down the aisle. If you're going to make me do this job orientation, it's just a matter of switching up the schedule just a little bit, right? You're an executive, right, Helena? You've got the power to be able to change things like that. It would be so easy for you. You can do that for me, can't you? What a self-centered remark you just said. I'm quite surprised that you turned around and said that. You really think that I'm going to change the date and time of the job orientation just for you and then inconvenience dozens of other employees starting today? Do you really think I'd do that for you after the way you've been speaking to me for the last couple of days? Well, I really thought that you could just help me out somehow since I'm really counting on having this job to earn some money. I'll tell you now that I feel so uncomfortable doing any sort of favors for you since you've deceived me so much. It's not much of a mystery as to why I didn't want to help you in the first place. I think it's fairly obvious by now that I don't want to help you out. I can't be your ally and take your side. I can't deal with you anymore. I'm going to tell Derek what's happened. Wait, what? No, you don't need to do that, please. Derek doesn't need to be told what's going on. It'll just stress him out so much. If something like this were to happen to me, there's nothing I can do about my job, and I'll have to give up on trying to find one. I've been looking for a long time. I want this wedding to be a success. I've been planning this for a while, so please don't say anything to Derek. It's not necessary. Well, it's too late, Roxana. I have already mentioned some things to him because he's got a right to know how his wife treats his sister. Excuse me? You've already told him? Are you kidding me? You actually said something to him? Why would you do that? Because we're family. It's only natural for me to tell him what's going on with me and what others have said. I was originally planning on attending the wedding and just showing my face for a little while before I had to go to work. But then someone went and stabbed me in the back so I couldn't see my own brother get married today. You know it was a terrible thing to do, Roxana. Of course, I had to say something to him since you lied to me and thought it would be funny to send me to a different venue. Nobody's laughing, you know. No, you didn't need to do that. How could you be like this? I hardly did anything to you. It was just a joke, and I was going to tell you where it actually was happening, but you never replied. Stop trying to destroy my relationship with my husband. You're always interfering with our business, and it's so frustrating. I just wanted to have the perfect wedding and for everything to go according to plan like it was supposed to. Don't you get that? Well, I also found out another interesting thing from Derek. You do need to learn how to communicate with him better, you know? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm so confused right now. Why are you trying to mess with things so much? You really are so annoying. I know that you owe him money. He told me everything about that. How could you just do this to my brother? You're such a spoiled brat. Are you kidding me? He told you about that? He said that he wouldn't say anything to his family. Now he's the one who's backstabbing me. You're all insane. So basically, the short story is you promised him that you'd get a job before getting married so that you could start repaying him for the money you took. Up until now, you stopped looking for work at the unemployment office and also quit your part-time job. Is that correct? Looks like you've also been causing quite a few problems for not just me, but for my brother as well. How could you do this to us? That's why Derek gave me permission and asked me to help figure you out. Now I know the true meaning of why he wanted me to do this to you. But these things have got nothing to do with anything since you're only my sister-in-law. What happens between me and Derek is none of your business. Please, you know what's happening to me now. You know why I really need this job. Please, hire me. I will work really hard for the company. Why are you even saying this when you skipped your job orientation? You obviously don't work super hard to keep your job. You'll no longer be working for my company, and also keep in mind that I don't recognize you as part of my family. I'm sorry, what? What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand. So you won't take me back? You can't just ignore me when I'm married to your brother. Well, Derek told me that he plans on cutting ties with you after all this wedding ceremony business is over. He doesn't want you in this family either. Hold on, what? He's not actually going to break up with me, is he? Just because of all these little misunderstandings, he can't do this to me. I wouldn't say these misunderstandings are little, Roxana. You treated me like crap, and you've not paid back my brother's money to him. He doesn't want to interact with people who are toxic to him anymore. He wants to suck all the poison out of his life. He and I don't want to waste our precious lives on people who are going to lie and deceive us. We want to live a long life away from toxic people like you. Are you trying to tell me that I'm poisonous? How dare you say something so cruel to me? I'm not like that. I didn't mean for all of this to happen. I just wanted you to back off. From the moment we met and up until now, Roxana, I have tried to do my best to be kind to you and help you out in any way possible. I even helped you land a job at my company, and I don't do that for many people at all. You've always been making sarcastic and unpleasant comments towards me. I thought it would be impossible to say the truth to you, but it really isn't impossible. I can finally breathe and keep you away from me. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. You are too hard to be around, and you just make things worse for me and my brother. Derek is really reconsidering why he even wanted to marry you in the first place. He hasn't got a clue what he saw in you. Are you kidding me? Why would he say that? I've done nothing but love him with all my might. I only have a little bit of financial trouble, and it'll get fixed. It's our wedding day. He can't just ditch me on our special day. We're supposed to be husband and wife who work things out together. Well, he and I are really shocked by your actions, and you can't take back what you did. Look, I'm really tired of talking to you, and I am done with this mess. Why don't you and Derek have a little chat about your future and see what you can do, all right? I've got a job orientation to hold right now. Please, my dear sister-in-law, you can't just abandon me like this. I really need your help with your brother, and what I did to you was just a joke. If you'll hire me, I'll sort things out with Derek, and I'll be dedicated to him as a wife, and we'll live happily ever after. It's okay for you to attend the wedding now, okay? Even if I turn around and take everything back that I said, it's too late. You made your bed, you lie in it, Roxana. Also, don't you ever call me your dear sister-in-law ever again, all right? It makes me sick to my stomach when you say that. All right, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye now. I've got a lot of work to attend to. Have a nice wedding ceremony by yourself. After all the commotion that Roxana caused to Helena, Derek, and the rest of the family, she desperately tried to beg for their forgiveness. Of course, they didn't, because they didn't want her treating them like that again. She also didn't end up with the job offer either. Derek was very disappointed that things turned out the way that they did, but he had no choice but to cancel the wedding after everything that came out about Roxana. Even though they legally got married, they are currently discussing their divorce procedures. It seems like Derek was totally taken aback with how Roxana was treating people and deceiving his sister. Considering what Roxana did, it was all self-inflicted, and she brought it all on herself. Let's hope that she can find a job soon to support her lifestyle and pay back her debts to Derek.
I want to talk with you about meeting my parents tomorrow before the wedding. My dad is a pretty strict man, and he has a pretty thick skull when it comes to anything that he doesn't see as proper. I feel as though he might say some pretty rude things to you tomorrow, Luke. But, of course, you don't have to worry too much. I'm sure things will go just fine. Just know that he'll be asking about money and work and all that, so maybe think of some things to say to him just so that you're ready.
It's all right. I understand. He's giving away his important daughter to another man that he's never met in person before. And that can be pretty stressful for him. And I'm sure he doesn't want you with someone he can't trust. So he needs to make sure I have a job that can support us, and the heart to care for you no matter what.
Well, don't think it'll be all that bad, okay? Just make sure that you're prepared for him to give you a hard time. He's just a really stubborn man, and it worries me a little. But deep down, once he's gotten to know you well, he's like a teddy bear.
You don't have to say that. He has a beautiful daughter, and so he has to become stubborn to protect you from all the men that have their eyes on you. And besides, Jenna, your dad is a business owner, right? So he's always been having to stay strict and tough while making sure his company does well.
Well, I think that you're the perfect man for me and can impress my dad, hence me finally showing you to him. But if my dad can just see how much you love me and want to protect me, that'd be enough, I think. Anything else should be fine after that.
I'll do my best.
Also, even though we're meeting tomorrow, he wants to talk with you before that.
Huh? Before we all get together? So he does want to meet today, then?
Yes, I think he just wants to introduce himself now so that you guys can get right to talking when we all meet. That's why I'd like to tell him your contact information right now. Is that okay?
You can, but...
If he says anything weird to you, you can just ignore him, okay? Alright, I'll tell him right now.
All right, then. Thank you. I am Jenna's father, Frank. I'm looking forward to seeing you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys as well. My name is Luke Graves. You should know that I run my own business, right? Yes, I sure do. Of course you do. That must mean you're after my money, correct? I am not at all in this for your money. I have plenty of money myself, so there are no problems there. And the reason that I'm with your daughter is because I plan to love her forever. I can understand that you'd be worried about me, but if you would be kind enough to just take my word for it, then everything would be okay. What's your occupation? You don't seem to be anything like a doctor or a lawyer. That's right, I'm not. But the work I do is very generous to me, so you have nothing to worry about. Are you not going to tell me exactly what you do for a job? Does that mean that the work you do is that repulsive? Not at all, sir. I'd just be more comfortable telling you about my line of work when we meet in person. I'd be able to explain in much more detail everything related to the work I do. And so, I ask that you please wait to hear from me tomorrow. Well, I won't get my hopes up for you. And I will not allow my daughter to marry anyone that's less than middle class. I have a company of my own in my possession, so I can find someone more apt to marry her for me. I just want to say, Jenna has already chosen me to be her husband, and so, seeing you and your wife tomorrow is to show my love and care for her. So I'd be very grateful if you could find it in yourself to trust your daughter's decision. It must take quite a lot of courage for a young man like yourself to talk to me that way. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow. Well then, I'll be preparing myself for tomorrow. I don't want you anywhere near my daughter ever again! You're not allowed to even come close to her ever again in your life, Luke! Do you not even understand what you've just done to me? What you just committed was a crime! A crime, huh? And why do you think that? I was over there to meet you and your wife today before your daughter and I get married, and you chose to hit me in the face with your ashtray! How couldn't that be a crime? I didn't just do it for no reason. You work for the city's public transportation, and that's why I made a clear choice to smack you upside the head with that ashtray. That was my way of protecting my family from thieves like you. I'm sure you understand what it means to protect your family and all, but I was just making sure that my daughter was well protected from a fraud. Protected her? What did I do that was threatening her? A lower-class public transportation worker was trying to take my daughter from me. I never once said that I'd allow my daughter to join someone that low in our society. I have a company to manage and keep, but having someone of your likes in the family would tear it down. I will no longer let you around her, so things are finished here. Now get lost. You understand that I can't just get lost now, right? Excuse me? No matter how much you try and fight me, it'll be no use. I will never allow my daughter to become lower class. Well, if you plan to use that as your only excuse, then you'll be breaking apart our engagement. You'll regret that, Frank. Regret it? You're the one that'll be regretting anything here. I'll make sure that you're full of regrets. If you just thought about all of this, you'd understand why, right? You're a simple transportation worker, and you'll never be able to get your hands on Jenna. If me hitting you in the head with that ashtray has opened your eyes to that, then go away. Then this engagement to your daughter is over. Go away, you low-life scum! And would you please let Jenna know that we're through as well for me? I'm not some public transportation worker. But if that's what you want to continue thinking, then go ahead. Huh? What are you implying here? I can see that explaining myself any further will do me no good. So I'm finished with what I've said. The next time we talk, we'll be in the courtroom. Courtroom? What you just did to me today was assault. I'll have you in court for assaulting me. So prepare yourself, Frank. You think you can sue me with what little money you have? I own a company, Luke. I have a bunch of lawyers at my disposal, so there's nothing you can do to me. Taking me to court will only waste what little money you have left. But let's think for a second. Do you even have the money to afford a lawyer of your own? I'm not sure what your reason is for belittling me this much, but I'm not some public transportation worker. I just gave you a simple explanation of my work, and you came to that incorrect conclusion yourself. I work for the Transportation Bureau for this city. Huh? The Transportation Bureau? I'm sure me saying that is a bit too vague for you, but the work I do is a lot more significant than you have come to think. I have to work with plenty of politicians as well regarding my work. Huh? Politicians? Without having to get too far into detail regarding the exact details, hearing that I work with the government has you pretty excited now, right? But I suppose that happened after all you did to me today. You hitting me in the face with that ashtray will become quite the problem for you here soon. Hold on one second, Luke. What kind of joke is this? Why would the Transportation Bureau be working with politicians? That couldn't be! Stop playing games with me! Well, if you want to continue to believe that I'm joking with you, that's on you. I have a lot of things that I'll need to attend to now, so I must go. If you're still wondering which of us two will be regretting today, I'll help you find the answer. Did something happen with you? Luke, this doesn't have something to do with you, does it? What are you talking about? There has been some pressure coming from somewhere, and it is causing my company to go under. And because of that, my company wants to change its CEO. If things keep up like this, then I'm going to be forced out of the company. What the hell is going on here, Luke? Are you saying this is all due to me hitting you earlier? Well, I wonder about that one, Frank. Excuse me? Tell me right now, you little jerk! I'm asking you a very serious question right now. Even if you're taking things serious now, You're far too late. You did in fact hit me in the face with an ashtray, right? I ended up calling some people I know about that, and they transferred me to people that could really help. Do you now understand the severity of what you've done to me? Even if I do understand now, I'm in hot water! Did you tell my daughter about this as well? Right now she's furious with me for hitting you in the head with that plastic ashtray! Are you wondering why she might be upset with you? You don't have to have any more doubts about it. She's shocked about what you ended up doing and has no faith left in you. She told me that if I can't fix things, she never wants to see me again. Why? She's never acted this way before to me. She's told me that she's not only pissed, but wants to leave you forever. And she has a right to. You hit her fiancé in the face with a literal ashtray. I had to go to the hospital to get help after that. So if you're going to start crying to me to make things better for you, you're already too late, as I've turned in a report of you assaulting me. Huh? A report on me? That's nothing other than a joke! I told you I've had enough of your jokes, Luke! Stop that bullcrap now! I'd never let you report me for Jack! If that actually happened, then I'd really lose everything to do with my company! And that wouldn't only just affect me in the end, but my wife and my daughter as well! Come on now. Even though you want to keep denying the truth, it's already in motion due to your behaviors earlier. So really, no matter what you try and say to me now, your time has come. My time has come? There's just no way! I'm apologizing to you right now so you can put all your games to an end now! Do you really think I care for your apologies now, after you wasted so much time complaining to me? You not only hurt me physically with a literal piece of dirty plastic, but when I got to the hospital and told the police how I got my injuries, they helped me write up that report. But hold on! All I did was get up in arms a little bit too quickly, and that's a good enough reason to involve the police? With how sharp and hard that ashtray was, if you'd hit me in the right place, you could have seriously injured me. Do you understand that? You put all your strength into that blow, and it messed me up bad. Thank God I have a thick skull on me. Please, if you keep this up, I'm going to lose my family as well! At least stop yourself from keeping the police involved! Both your wife and daughter are already fed up with you now, so there's no getting around them leaving you. Huh? Your family already understands that they can't stay near you, and so there is little you can do to stop them. So even if I don't keep the police involved, things will not change. Understand that maybe it is time you take this all upon yourself and be responsible for your actions. Is there anything else you'd like to say to me now? I get it. I'll let you marry my daughter. I'll let you marry my daughter and take her from me. But if you leave things as they are, I'll be screwed. If you can't take my word and marry my daughter now, then what else am I supposed to do for you? Jenna and I are already married, Frank. Huh? But you're not going to be a part of the family. Well, if you're already married to my daughter, then why are you doing all of this? Why do you keep coming at me? I'm not coming at you whatsoever, Frank. Jenna herself is already well into her adult life. And so, if she says she's wanting to marry me, then it's decided. But of course, if you'd just been a bit strict with me and said no, I might have tried a bit harder to gain your trust. However, instead, you chose to be violent and hit me on the head. And so, now your family can no longer trust you, nor feel safe around you. This is all because of your inability to act as a respectable man yourself. And so now, I have to defend myself and my wife from you. Don't you feel like you're taking this too far, though? I want to make sure that you understand what you've done and regret it. And I will not stop until that day has come for you. You're already too late to stop me now, so just give up on trying anything. So now, how do you feel about talking to the police? The police? So then you were serious about that? What is your goal? And I mean your real goal! Do you want my money or something? How much of it? I'll get it for you, so just tell me however much you want. That's it right there, Frank. Huh? What? I do not need your money. And I've said that already before, right? I am not in any way financially struggling, so don't act as though I want anything of yours. Yet all you keep thinking about is money. That's why this has happened. You thought that I wanted to marry your daughter for your money, but that was just not the case. And even if it was, that's no excuse to hit me with an ashtray. Shouldn't this all be something you knew before you had a family? I understand that now. You don't understand. And that's why this is still going on. You just asked me how much of your money I wanted because you still think that's what all this is about. You should learn from all of this, that not everyone on this planet is worried about money like you. Well, it doesn't matter if you learn or not now. I've already got the police involved, and I have the injuries to prove you assaulted me. I'll pay for you to get treated, please! I'm Jenna's father, Luke! I know that. And that's why you decided to hit me, right? Now, I'll be going. Wait a second! Forgive me, right now! And as a final note, you have your answer. You're the one that's going to be regretting all of this. And after that, the police went and took Frank into custody, which to everyone's surprise was easy considering the fact that he was so angry. They then took him to the police station and questioned him to learn everything they could about the report that was filed. And luckily enough, he confirmed it was all true and made things much easier for me. He was also moved out of his position as the CEO within the company, as they knew from me what was going on. And after being taken out of the position, he was offered no package and was fired for going against company policy. And that was by him being a criminal. He also lost all his family and is pretty much in ruin now as he tries to comprehend why this all happened so fast. His wife was out of their house almost immediately after seeing the police take him, and she herself has a lawyer that's working on the divorce, and Jenna stayed to tell him that she no longer wanted him in her life. But then after her final words, she was out of the house as well. During that time, I was working with my lawyer to make sure that I did in fact get money from him after what he had done to me. But as I said before, I was in no real need for his money. And so, after going through court and me winning the case, he gave me $15,000 to pay for both my time in the hospital and for the trouble caused. I took that money thereafter and used it for Jenna's and my wedding, and viewed that money as a present from her dad to help support our marriage. Of course, I did put some of that money into the medical expenses, as I did have to get a lot of tests done to make sure that my brain was okay, as well as having to get stitches for the gash on my head. There was also a small fracture to my skull that I needed to keep an eye on, and that alone goes to show just how hard he hit me with that ashtray. Also, since Jenna has been married to me even before leaving her dad, she didn't have to worry about where to go next after leaving the house, and so she came to my house to live, and never has to worry about her dad again. Ever since he'd lost everything, not much is known about where he went, but I'm sure wherever that may be, he's trying his best to get back on top. But of course, that'll be impossible.
Hey Tina, you there? I just wanted to let you know that I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. We're finally going to get to meet your parents and we can talk about the engagement in person. It really feels like this has been a long time coming.
I know. I'm really happy that we're finally getting to make this official. My parents are really excited for it too. I just really hope that you get along with my dad when you two meet each other tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. By the way, what does your dad do for a living again? And what college did he go to? I don't think my son ever told me.
Oh, and my dad didn't go to college. Actually, he dropped out of high school and only has his GED that he got later.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Your dad didn't even finish all 4 years of high school? What happened that things ended up like that?
Well, my dad comes from a really poor family, and basically he needed to work more than he needed an education at the time. I think it was because they were living with his grandma in the house, and so his family needed extra money to take care of everyone. But he worked hard and was able to leverage all of his working experience into being able to open up his own business. Honestly, I'm really grateful for all the hard work my dad has done to make his life and the lives of his family better.
Wow, I really had no idea about any of this at all. That's really crazy.
Yeah, but since both of our dads are so hardworking, I really do hope that they can get along well.
Let me get this straight. You're going to bring your uneducated dolt of a dad to my house tomorrow?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? He's not uneducated. He's one of the best in his field.
I'm sorry, but if your dad couldn't even manage to finish high school, then I really can't see how he's anything but an idiot. I really had no idea the kind of person that your dad was, and I'm really disappointed in you. You've wasted mine and my son's time. I'm calling off this wedding. It's clear to me that you're not good enough to be with my son if this is the kind of family that you come from.
Hold on a second. You can't just decide that for yourself. That decision is between Dave and I. And just why do you care what kind of education my dad had when he clearly managed to make something of his life?
Because I can tell everything I need to know about someone from just their education. And you know, I looked into your background too. I was disappointed, but not crushed. But now that I know this about your father, I'm afraid I'll have to call it all off.
Sir, please do not talk that way about my father. I really respect him, and you're not being fair at all. I understand that you're Dave's father, but you are being horribly rude to me right now.
So what? Who cares if I'm being rude to some idiot's daughter? Why don't you open your eyes and realize where you're standing right now?
Ron, you really need to stop this right now. You are taking all of this way too far. I mean, I really don't think that my dad's education level should have anything at all to do with me marrying your son. Do you really think that you can know all that you need to just from looking at someone's schooling? I really do think you're going to want to wait until tomorrow to hear about how my dad managed to turn his life around. I'm sure that once you have the full story that you'll change your mind and see how great my dad is.
What is this, some kind of cult or something? Because I don't need to hear any kind of story to be swayed. Besides, you're not going to be coming over tomorrow, and there isn't going to be any meeting.
I'm sorry, but we've had this scheduled for a long time. Dave and I are going to be getting married, and as our parents, you all are going to meet.
Is this really the way you want to start your relationship with your future father-in-law?
Please, Ron, I would really appreciate it if you could just wait until tomorrow before jumping to conclusions about my dad. Dave, are you there? I was just talking to your dad, and for some reason he was really hung up on my dad not finishing high school.
Wait, what? Sorry, where's all this coming from all of a sudden?
Tomorrow, Dave! I'm talking about our meeting tomorrow. Your dad just reached out to me and got really mad to find out my dad didn't even finish high school. He was calling him all sorts of names and just being generally horrible.
Did he really? But I'm not surprised, but I'm so sorry that he reached out to you just to tell all that to you. Yes, unfortunately my dad is an elitist. There's really no other way to put it. Even when I was little, he was always telling me that I'd be nothing if I didn't go to the best schools. I mean, I had to get therapy after I moved out of the house to undo some of the harm that had caused me growing up. But I didn't think he'd subject other people to his purity test.
Oh, Dave, I had no idea this was such an issue with your dad. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
I know, but that's all in the past. I just can't believe that he would say that about the father of the woman I'm going to marry.
Well, what do you think we should do about this? Do you want to cancel the meeting tomorrow? Your dad sounded like he wasn't all that interested in meeting my parents after our talk.
Well, no matter what he says, it isn't going to change the fact that we're getting married. I'm not going to let my dad's bigotry get in the way of that. I'll tell you that much. Let me talk to him and try to smooth all this out. Of course, I won't tell him what your dad actually does for a living. We can wait for tomorrow for him to find out himself.
Thanks for doing that, Dave. I know that my dad likes to tell his story himself so that it doesn't get misconstrued or anything.
Of course, I completely understand. I'll tell my dad to cool it on being so judgmental. I'm sure that he'll be really surprised when he finally meets your dad and talks to him a bit about what he does. I mean, even I was shocked after I met your dad and got to know him a bit better.
Everyone seems to react that way, but it's so weird because to me, he's just my dad. Of course, I have a lot of respect for him, but at the end of the day, he's my dad first, you know?
It makes perfect sense to me, but I really can't wait to see the look on my dad's face when he realizes who your dad really is. Maybe that'll finally knock some sense into him.
I guess we can only hope so.
I knew I was right to be suspicious, and yet you insisted on dragging your deadbeat dad to my house anyways. Well, I never ever want to see you even speak to my son again. Do you understand me?
Do you have any idea what you've done? You assaulted my dad all because I told you he didn't finish high school? You realize that you've committed a crime, don't you?
You really think that anyone is going to take the side of a loser family like yours? The wedding is off, and I want you to stay far away from my family. That's an order.
An order? Excuse me? And just who do you think you are to boss me around like that? I am not your child, nor your employee. Do you understand? You're the one who committed violence over someone's education level. If you think you're in any position to start giving orders, you are out of your mind.
Don't you dare talk back to me. You're just upset because I'm not going to let you marry into our elite family. But don't blame me. Blame your dad for never making anything of his life.
You mean even after insulting the man, you still have the gall to look down on him like that? Well, don't worry. We don't want anything to do with you ever again either. We'll call the wedding off, no problem.
Well, of course you will. I ordered you to do so. Did you really think that I was ever going to let a girl from a family like yours marry my son? But like I said, don't blame me for this. You can go and complain to your dad that it's his fault.
Oh, I've gone and talked to my dad. He told me that we'd stop doing business with you.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean that you talked to your dad and he said that he would stop doing business with me?
Well, what other choice are you leaving him after what you did? After we got home, my dad called his HQ to see if we had any active contracts with your company, and he canceled them all. He told his secretary to tell your company to ask you why this was all happening.
What business are you even talking about? Why would your dad's crappy little shop be working for my company?
Wow. So you really still haven't figured it out then? I would have thought that you would just looking at my dad, but I guess you didn't recognize him.
What do you mean I didn't recognize him? Is he supposed to be famous or something? Why do you think I would have recognized some uneducated hick like him?
I guess I'll just have to come out and say it then. My dad is the company president of Carco.
Wait a second. Carco? You mean Carco as in the famous vehicle manufacturers? That company?
That's right. That's the one. And the president of that company is my dad. So what were you saying about how elite your family was again? How you were too good to let me marry your son? Because compared to my family, you're really nothing. I mean, you weren't even connected enough to recognize my dad when he was right at your door.
Now hold on just a second. Is this supposed to be some kind of joke or something? Your dad didn't even finish high school. There's no way that he's president of a company like Carco.
You do realize that you're just digging yourself a deeper hole with every slight you make against him, right? Yes, my dad never graduated high school, but your mistake was in judging him for that.
Hold on. I just got a call from my company. They told us that Carco is canceling all their contracts with us. But then that means your dad is really...
That's right. I tried to warn you, but you just wouldn't listen to me. I just wish that I could be there in person to see your face right now. I bet the shock on it is just hilarious. But I'd imagine after this, you're getting fired and blacklisted from every company in the industry. Of course, what else could you really expect after acting the way you did to him?
But if we lose those contracts, then how is my company even supposed to stay open? Please tell me that you're joking. This can't be happening right now.
If you're so surprised, I wouldn't be. This is the natural outcome for someone like you. You were the one insulting my dad, and you were the one who assaulted him, and now you're paying the price for what you've done.
So then it's really true. Everything that you've been saying to me this whole time is really true?
Man, you really aren't as smart as you brag about being. Did you know that? For the last time, yes, it's true. But don't worry about canceling the marriage. I'm fine with that. I didn't want to join your family anyways. I already told Dave that I didn't want to have you as a father-in-law.
But wait, hold on. If you're really the daughter of the company president of Carco, then please accept my humblest apologies. Of course you can marry my son, and I'm sorry that I ever gave you any doubt to the contrary.
Wow, you really turned around quickly, didn't you? But I'm afraid that's not going to work on me. I don't want anything to do with you or your family ever again. I talked to Dave, and he said he was fine calling off the wedding as well.
Please wait. Don't say that. I know I said I didn't want you two to get married, but that's not my choice to make. That should be between you and my son.
I know, and I talked to your son, and we said that we were calling off the engagement.
But I don't understand. Why would you do that?
Well, because I told him that if we got married, I wouldn't want to have any contact with you ever again.
Wait, so then, if you two got married, then Dave would never ever talk to me again? What did he say to that?
Well, I told him that, and he said he'd have to think about it, and I told him that I'd respect his decision. so the wedding is off.
But wait, please. Can't you just let me try and talk to your parents and smooth all this over? I'm sure that I could if you just give me a chance.
That is not going to happen. You do realize that you assaulted my dad, right? What makes you think that I'm going to arrange for a meeting for you after you've done that?
Please. I really had no idea at all who your dad was, and that was a huge mistake on my part. I realize that now. I had no idea that things were going to turn out this way.
Well, I don't see why you think that's our problem. You did this, now accept responsibility like an adult, including for the assault.
So what? You're really going to charge me for what I did? Please. I didn't think that I committed a crime or anything like that. It was just a little fight within the family, that's all.
Fight within the family? How could that be when I'm not married to your son yet? And did you really think you could get away with punching someone in the face just because they didn't finish high school?
But I mean, assault sounds so bad. I really didn't think that it would end up this way.
Just because you finally realized that you've actually done something wrong doesn't mean that anything is going to change. Besides, we've already decided that we're going to file a police report.
No, please don't do that. Why would you go to the police about this?
Because you punched my dad. Are you really not following this at all?
But if the police show up for what I did, then they might arrest me. I'll be in serious trouble if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the whole point of calling the police on someone. You're a criminal, and you should be punished.
Tina, please, don't do this to me. I know you might not like me, but I'm still your fiancé's father. Is this any way to be treating your elders?
Excuse me? Wow, that is really rich. But I have every right to do this because you broke the law.
I knew I shouldn't have tried to talk about this with a woman. Can you please just let me talk to your dad? This is something that should be settled between us men. We know what we're doing.
Wow, did you really think that was going to work? Did you think that jumping from elitism to sexism was going to make me want to help you?
Just tell me where your dad is. I just want to apologize to him. Isn't that what you think I should do?
I'm not going to tell you where my dad is, and frankly, I think you should just wait for the police to show up.
Please, just tell me where your dad is. This should just be between him and I.
And why would I let a criminal that assaulted my dad anywhere near him? That would just be irresponsible.
Please, stop calling me a criminal. I didn't even do anything wrong. You shouldn't be talking to me that way.
You're right. You're not a criminal yet. You have to be arrested and processed first. But then, after that, you're nothing but a criminal, and you'll have a record that will follow you forever. You'll never be able to escape it. You used to pride yourself on judging others for their education all this time. You thought you could tell all that you needed to about someone just from what schools they went to. Well, now you'll have a very different kind of record. Though, I'm not sure you'll want to brag about it.
Please, don't do this to me. You're going to ruin me. Don't you get it? What am I supposed to do? Please don't punish me for this. I didn't know.
After that, Dave reached out to me and told me about how the police arrived to arrest his dad. He told me about how his dad begged not to be taken away, but seeing as how my dad's company contributes a lot to the annual policeman's ball, the cops were all too happy to take Ron away. I know that I told Ron the wedding was off, but that was just to add a little bit more pressure to him and make him sweat. After his dad was taken away, Dave said that he talked to his mom, who was going to be getting a divorce from Ron, and that they were both going to cut Ron off and never talk to him again. While he was in jail awaiting trial, Ron got a call from his company saying that he was fired for his misconduct and for damaging the business. After his firing, my dad renegotiated the canceled contract so Ron's company wouldn't pay for his stupidity. Ron tried to reach out to Dave and ask for his help in setting everything right, but by then, the both of us had already blocked his number. I have no idea what Ron is up to now, but the wedding for Dave and I is still on schedule. The night that we were supposed to have our family meeting, Dave came to my house and apologized profusely to my dad. My dad laughed it off and said that he didn't blame Dave and that he still wanted us to get married. We both know that we've been through a lot, but we're still very much looking forward to the day when we can call each other husband and wife. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.